In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to low waste grocery shop. So basically just lowering the amount of plastic and packaging that you're consuming when you're grocery shopping. This is a great thing to get into because even if you're only saving a little bit of packaging, you will probably inspire people around you, your family, your friends, other customers at the grocery store to be doing the same thing. And every little bit helps. If you do this over time, it's going to add up to a lot of waste that you're saving. And just being conscious of your environmental impact when you're shopping at the grocery store will probably bleed into other areas of your life and just help you be more sustainable in all aspects of your life. Also, you don't have to take out the trash as often, and your pantry and your refrigerator look so much nicer when it's not a crumpled up mess of plastic bags. To get started, there's a few things you should have. The first one is, of course, a reusable grocery bag. You can buy these at most stores, or you might already have several. Otherwise, you can use a drawstring bag, a backpack, anything that you can carry groceries in. The important thing is to not go out and get new grocery bags all the time because they take a lot of resources to make and they come with an environmental footprint of their own, so they're only going to be better than plastic bags if you keep reusing them. The next thing is that if you use those plastic bags in the produce section or in the bulk section, swap that out for a cloth bag or a mesh bag or any other type of reusable small bag. You could probably figure out how to make your own pretty easily if you want to be extra sustainable. The next thing is jars. Jars are great for getting so many things in the bulk section. You can get nuts, popcorn, pasta, flour, and I would suggest not buying new jars but reusing jars that you get from olives or pasta sauce and just washing the labels off the jars and reusing them. So jars probably won't work for everything. You're not going to want to keep your olive oil or your soy sauce in a jar, so you're going to want some specialized containers for things like spices and oils. You can buy containers like this at home stores, or better yet, you can reuse old containers. So for example, I would buy a glass container of olive oil, and then when I'm done, I would wash off the label and refill it next time in the bulk section with olive oil. Before you go to the store, make a list of what you're going to get. Try to avoid impulse buys. This will make you healthier, save you money, and you're not going to be accidentally buying things that you don't have a container for. But if you think you're not going to be able to resist buying something impulsively, throw in an extra jar or two or a produce bag just in case. So for your jars and other containers, there's two numbers that you're going to need to know, the tare weight and the bin number. So before you go, decide how you're going to keep track of these two numbers. A lot of jars have dry erase lids, so you could just write the tare weight and the bin number down on the container and then erase it when you get home. If you do this, make sure to bring a dry erase marker. Otherwise, you can put a label on the container, or you can write the numbers down in your phone or a piece of paper. So to recap, there are 6 things to think about before going to the store. The first is to have a reusable bag. Second, reusable produce bags if you'll need them. The third one is jars. Think about what sizes of jars you need to bring. 4, you may need specialized containers. 5, make a list and stick to it. And 6, have a system for writing down the tare weights and bin numbers. So once you get to the store for your containers, you need to know the tare weight. So the tare weight is just the weight of your container. This is so that the cashier doesn't charge you for both the product and the container. They're only charging you for the product that you put inside of it. So you can find out the tare weight by asking the cashier. You can hand them your empty jar and ask for the tare weight and they'll know what to do. Otherwise, you can use the scales in the bulk section and the produce section, but make sure the scales are accurate first. So write down the tare weight, fill up your container, write down the bin number, and then when you go to check out, the cashier is going to know what to do. If you didn't write the numbers down on your container and you wrote them down in your phone, just make sure to tell the cashier. So I know that sounds kind of daunting at first, but it's really easy once you get used to it. There's basically 3 steps. Just find the tare weight of your container, fill it up, and write down the bin number, and then you can check out. For produce, choose the produce that comes in the least amount of packaging possible, and if you need a produce bag, then use your reusable produce bag. If you do need to buy something that's in packaging, try to get it in packaging that is recyclable like glass, aluminum, or cardboard rather than plastic. Another tip I have is to shop in local specialized stores like bakeries and spice shops because it's great to support local businesses and also because they typically are able to give you goods packaged free when you bring in your own container. The last thing is to remember that nobody is 100% zero waste. Even if you follow every tip in this video, you're still creating waste down the supply chain. So don't give up because you don't have time to make almond milk, or you don't want to give up your favorite processed meal, or if you live somewhere with no bulk section or you can't afford fresh produce. Every little bit counts, so just do what you can.